the Black Panther recasting situation. This topic will not go away. No matter what you do,
No,
it's
no.
it's not going away. At this time, the latest edition is, well, Chadwick would have wanted the recasting to happen. This comes directly from his brother, right? So,
Yeah.
um, I like, I get what I get what he's saying. I get what other people are saying. Chadwick would have wanted Black Panther to continue to live on and be recast. But I also, as always, I get the stance that Marvel Studios has with this and the uncomfortable nature of the whole situation. So, I mean, what's your take on this, Mitch?
Well, I know he's family with Chadwick, so it's this might not hold that much weight. I find it very difficult to talk for people that have passed.
Yeah,
It never makes me feel comfortable when someone's like, oh, they never would have wanted that. I was like, but how do you know?
yeah.
Like, 'cause even family can surprise you.
Yeah.
Like that would never have happened before in Chadwick's career. So how can you say for absolute certainty that he wouldn't have wanted that to continue? Like if he
Hmm.
came out and said, yeah, I don't want the role recast, or I want the role to be recast. Fair enough, but then that would mean his private life, he'd give away his situation that was going on at the time,
Yeah.
which he clearly didn't want. So, and obviously Marvel knew. It's like I can't imagine they wouldn't have had that. Actually, did they know? I'm going to assume that they knew, right? And if they did, they would have had that conversation.
Hmm.
I'd assume again, but that's just all an assumption. Um, at the end of the day, it's no one's decisions to make but Marvel's.
Yep.
Like, you can disagree with it, fine, cool, your prerogative. You can agree with it, fine, cool, your prerogative. But it's their decision to make. They make the films. You can't make that choice for them. If they don't want to recast, they don't want to recast. It's as simple as that. That's
Yeah.
you just gotta respect it and get on with your life.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with that. It goes in both ways, and I get it. Again, I get it. But also, this is one of those things where it gets onto a slippery slope where there's been people in the entertainment industry that have said in their will, told their estate, I do not want my career represented after I pass. And
Mm.
just recently, Sony and Tom Holland are like, we're going to make it about this guy, and we're making a pick, and Tom Holland's going to play this character. And I can't remember who it is for the life of me now. And I was like, that's very disrespectful. Like,
Oh, is
and
that the biopic one?
yes. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
I can't think what his name is.
It was like a comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm blanking on it just because it's been like a week and a half and everything else has been skewed. But like, that's straight up disrespectful to me. Like somebody that when they were alive was saying, "When I pass, I don't want me to be portrayed by other actors or biopics or anything." And they're just like, "Yeah, but money and Sony, Tom Holland
Fred
partnership."
Astaire.
Yes. That's it. It's that's the scenario. And also, remember right before the world went to hell, we talked about the fact that the estate of a deceased actor sold his likeness and they were bringing him back through CG and sound alikes and he was going to like
Yeah.
star in a big. What the hell is that about? And even that actor was noted for saying, "Don't if a technology like that exists, I don't want it done with me." They're like, "But money." So, you know, I, I both of these situations, all these situations, always make me feel uncomfortable because it's like there's something weird about it, like very
Yeah.
weird. Like like the Stan Lee cameo. I want to bring it around to that. Marvel Studios said you are not getting any more Stan Lee cameos because he's passed away and we're respecting that. And then you have Sony and Venom out here toss him on a magazine as like person of the year or whatever. It's like it just makes me feel a little weird, like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it. Again, I know people are gonna agree and disagree on both sides of this in the comments, and cool, but I understand there is this fine line you got to walk around with this thing. So
Mm.
uh, respect the choice that was made by the people involved with it, and if the end product is terrible and they needed T'Challa to make it work, well then, well, see, nobody's bigger than the character, so,
even then, I'd find that very hard to be like, oh, well, you should have recast him then if the movie was bad. It's like, well, like, is it because, like, is it bad because he wasn't recast? It's like, and then like he kind of like using his name as a reason that feels a bit,
yeah.
But it's, I would love to see T'Challa carry on. Like that character absolutely should carry on personally, but it's like, who else do you get? Like, yes, there's 100 different actors that could play that role.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, there is, but it just the way Boseman done it, you can't replace that.
No.
Also, who would want? Yes, you're gonna get some actors who absolutely would love to do that role and carry that legacy on, but the weight and the pressure of that's gonna be one of those roles where it's like, oh yeah, no, I don't want to touch that. Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
But
it was like the Heath Ledger scenario where, man, like, it's like, oh, how long do you wait? And then,
And also that one is slightly different because they keep they never carried on the Joker in that iteration of the Batman movies.
Yep.
Like the next one, the Jared Leto, was a totally different universe and variation. That's something different. If Marvel rebooted and had Black Panther, sure, go ahead and recast. It's a different reality.
Yeah. Yep.
Or
if they go into the multiverse, it's a different actor. Sure, there you go. But I understand what they're saying. I understand what other people are saying, but this is where I guess that's where we leave it at until let's just wait to see what happens with the film. Again, this film has had every misstep imaginable happen at this point, so I don't know what else could happen. Like
I was gonna say that they can't go through any more crap with this movie. I would not want to be anyone working on this movie because of the sheer pressure and weight of. You're tributing an actor, a friend, and like an icon to millions of people everywhere. So how do you deal with that?
Yeah.
It's a tightrope that I would not want to walk.
Definitely not. So that's our thoughts on that. Again, we're gonna have Black Panther by the end of 2022, possibly, depending on how that all goes. But we'll talk more about with the Panther soon. So stay tuned.